Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. We are back today with another retro review, and today we're talking about Jackie Chan Adventures for the Game Boy Advance. So let's take a look at the game. This game is based on the cartoon series of the same name, which ran from 2000 to 2005. The game was released in North America and in Europe in November 2001. The game received generally favourable reviews when it was released, and I can totally understand why. The story. The game follows the story of the cartoon. When the Dark Hand, a criminal gang, destroy his uncle's shop, Jackie, along with his niece, must travel the world to take on the Master of the Dark Hand and recover 8 stolen scrolls and prevent the release of demon sorcerers. Gameplay. At its core, this is a beat 'em up, but it does have some platforming elements to it as well. As you expect with a beat 'em up, you have your punch and your kick as standard, but the developers have been able to maximise the 4 buttons available to them on the Game Boy Advance and add a lot more to the gameplay. L is block, R is jump, A punch and B is kick. The D-pad also offers the ability to put combinations together as well as being moves in their own right. For example, double tapping forwards will allow you to perform a roll attack. By pressing L and R together over a certain object, you're able to either use that weapon to attack, so you might have chains, you might have an umbrella, or you can simply just throw that object, be it a box or a cannonball. There's loads of objects lying around that you can use by just hitting L and R together at the same time. As you progress through each level, when you find a scroll, that scroll will unlock a special attack, and then you will have instructions on the screen of how to perform that. So for example, the scroll that I'm unlocking now is Fury Punches, and by pressing up and punch, they'll be able to perform the Fury attack, and there's multiple scrolls throughout the game, each allowing you that special ability, which again just adds more to the gameplay and more moves to potentially learn. Your enemies are pretty standard henchmen, big small henchmen, bigger ones take more attacks, smaller ones take less, and then there's various ninjas knocking about as well. Now obviously these can be taken out in sort of 4 or 5 moves, and then you can move on and you'll get that little go symbol to move through the level. The big bosses are a little bit more challenging. These might have special attacks and you might have to battle these enemies in a slightly different way. For example, I could only take out this boss after he'd used his special attack, so I had to wait for that, dodge it, and then I could take down his health. Graphics. I have said this so many times before, but cel shaded artwork is perfect for retro games. It's an art style that will last for years and generations to come. If you want to really see the colours and get the most out of the game, then play this on a console with a backlight, or possibly, the DS screen, Game Boy Micro, Game Boy Advance SP. If you like the cartoon, then you'll be pleased that they have aimed to copy the art style as closely as the Game Boy Advance allows. And I must say, 22 years since release, this game still looks absolutely fantastic in my opinion. It's incredibly unlikely that we'll ever see this game remastered, so the price point, we're looking for cartridge only. You can pick this up for between £2 and £5. I've been looking for a box version for a while. I've seen a couple in poor condition that sell for around 15, but I'm yet to come across a good condition box version of this game, so I can't even tell you a price of how much that would set you back. But for cartridge only, under a £5, it's an absolute bargain. And a few final thoughts. So people who are fans of the cartoon, this is definitely a must own. But anyone who is a fan of the Game Boy Advance, anyone who's a fan of beat 'em ups, you really have got to experience this game. There's a reason why when it first came out, it scored so highly in reviews. It still plays really well, and it is just a fantastic beat 'em up. Forget the Jackie Chan name, it is just a fantastic beat 'em up. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Remember, video game collecting, handheld gaming, modern and retro, and also Pokemon. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care, everyone. Thanks, guys. Bye, 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 bye.